What it do, y'all? Some motherfucking rear points with RoBs Inferno, all that burn slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is, man. Tap in, tap in. You feel me? I tapped in with y'all a little bit earlier for real, but my energy was kind of on the low. I ain't gonna front. What it do? Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace, power, abundance. You already know you strong. Hey, nah, she be giving me good energy and stuff. I be giving her good energy, you know, like, that's a human being, you feel me? But, and this is real, like, this is how energy works when it comes to realizing, like, realness in situations. It's a different type of connection. Like, I don't even know if y'all remember, speaking of her, like, some months ago, like, it just goes to show, like, I never thought that she was crazy or anything like that. I just know that when you're going through what the system gives you, right, and if you're in lack of, right, it's going to bring a certain level of stress that if a person hasn't dealt with it themselves, it definitely will just seem like a person isn't all the way there, or they can't comprehend and shit like that, you know, from the outside looking in. But it's not really that, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that at all. Because if you have like a lot of conversations with people that might be financially struggling or homeless, they're regular ass people, have a whole conversation with you and all of that, you be like, damn, you know, for real. So that's why I never judge people. But her specifically though, like literally, you know, like I helped her one time, and then another day I spoke to her, and like I understood, because like I said, I be having these days. Some days you feel like being spoke to. Shit, you be having these days even if you're not going through a situation like this. Even if when you're good, you have days where you might want to speak more than regular, right? You might have a day where you don't want no one to speak to you, you know? Might not even be a reason, you know? Like, so, you know, so it's crazy, but it was one of them days. And I spoke to her, and she threw something at me. She threw something at me. You know, and y'all go back to videos like sometime, you know, if y'all watch me regularly, there are people that know, y'all know when I spoke on it, you know what I mean? And it almost hit me, and I was so irritated. I was like, at the time, like damn, if that shit would have hit me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going through shit. I didn't know her personally, but I was just so offended at the time, because I was like, man, I seen you, shorty, like, I helped your dumbass out, da-da-da. I know you're in this shit like me, you know, but why you gotta throw that at me, you know? But then I didn't even need to ask her that though, because I already know what it be like when you go through your struggle and shit. I know what that shit be like, you know. But for a person, like I said, that's never dealt with that, it could seem very personal. Shout out to 12 people that just came in here. I hope everybody agrees you and all of that. Man, you know, we just in here vibing, just talking about real life and whatnot. I hope everybody's day was good. I hope you got accomplished what you did. If you didn't, you got tomorrow, you know? But to really be technical, you got right now, you know? It might not be exactly what you want to do with it. Like, you like, I can't get it, whatever I need done with it till tomorrow, but it's something with it you can do now. You got to figure out what that is. It might just be prep work, you know? Shout out Wafi, shout out Aliza. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody agrees you on this evening. You know, I haven't really tapped in with y'all a lot today, like I normally do, for real. But it's just been like a lot going on. Like my phone, I've been trying to get my phone back. But so it's been like a lot with that and stuff. But I basically just been staying focused though. Getting I could have got more productive stuff done today, but I spent some time with Mama Goddess. It's always good to check Mama Goddess, you know, you only have one. And I'm trying to help her out as much as possible from a mental standpoint, with her knowing what her sons are going through, you know. I don't want to say black women don't care about black men or even their children, but I'll say this. Like, my mom seen a lot of mistakes that we was gonna make before we even made them. And she tried her best to stop them, and she wasn't able to. But I'm happy that we all still alive, you know. Even if we have like some mental damage you know, and need to heal in certain areas on a psychological level and whatnot, but we're alive, you know? And that's all I can say about that. But I hope everybody is good though. I'm about to get to my little isolation spot real quick, smoking with y'all. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. You feel me? Y'all know me, I always want to talk about the same shit, you know? Not to say anybody asked specifically that's on here right now, but y'all know what I be on. I had me a little episode in the Wawa earlier. Y'all, I'm gonna break that little episode I had there. Well, it wasn't an episode, but I just had to check something from a respectful standpoint though. Cause it really be love. Like when I be getting in my mode, when I gotta call certain shit out, I swear, if you really understand it, it'd be from a love standpoint. Cause I know in which a lot of ways, a lot of people move, it's in a way of them not being aware of really what's what, or even how energy works, or even when they do certain stuff undercut, or think they're not being watched off of it, what could happen after. You know, I know a lot of people don't realize certain stuff, so, you know, I just try to do my part. You know, but man, I wrote this most craziest song, y'all. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I got this one song. I told you, I don't even want to write that much, how crazy it be. But how y'all feel about everything that's happening on the planet right now, this energy though? I hope this energy is doing everybody good. I know it got a lot of people real kind of shifty, right? You know, like I want to say like the time, I want to say probably like going on like 11 earlier today. Like 11 earlier today. I gotta check the well, I'm gonna see what I can see. I'm gonna say that. Cause it's a lot of stuff that shut down and messed with. But I'm gonna see what I can check for what's what. But I know what I felt. And around those times, y'all, like 11 earlier today and stuff, the energy was kind of spiking out of control. I don't know if y'all felt it or how y'all felt at that time, whatever y'all was doing and whatnot. You feel me? But it definitely was like I felt literally like I just felt like writing, and I didn't want to do nothing else though. Like I just felt like just writing. Like that was the only thing for me, like literally like to work on, you know, like the only thing. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just transmute all this energy because this Lord shift is kind of crazy, gotten crazy. Man, I'm so happy I'm here right now. Even though I be fighting suicide every day, I'm happy I'm here. Cause like I told y'all, like I gotta see this shit crash. Like I feel like I got my Lord popcorn. I need my Chicago. I'm gonna call her my ex, but I don't like to say ex because it's endless with us for real. But my Nicole. Yeah, I need you to make me some of that popcorn. Some of that Chicago popcorn, you know what I'm saying? The way y'all do, you know what I'm talking about. You put me on and shit. He's like, oh yeah, we does that. And when you let me have some, I was like, oh yeah, you did that. I was like, you did that. You gave popcorn a whole new frequency and shit. You know, the Nicole gave the popcorn a whole new frequency and shit. I said, oh. I said, what's that? Yeah, all my Chicago people know. Yeah, now I can say that to y'all because I couldn't say it before because I ain't know. But all my Chicago people know, I bet y'all do. That popcorn. Now I actually wanna go to your popcorn stands out there. Bro, I want someone to bring me some popcorn from an official stand out there. I swear. That way she had that shit tasting. I'm like, ain't no way popcorn been tasting this motherfucking good, and I ain't know. Where we at with it? No, I know where I need to be at with it. Shit, what the fuck? Popcorn tasting like that. I said, hold the holds, y'all. Hold the holds. Nah, I'm on a bop right now. I'm on a chop and bop. That's what these is. These little chop and bops. You heard me? Lord chopping box. Yeah, so y'all had me, I'm telling y'all, I can't fuck with that. When it comes to like eating something I'm not supposed to eat and shit, that is like the most dangerous shit for me, y'all. Cause it's like, nobody told me this, but I'll tell y'all, I feel like it should be the same for everybody. Maybe it's not, I don't know. But when you don't eat meat, or where you haven't been eating meat, like you don't eat fish, pork, chicken, beef, like you haven't been eating none of that shit for years, right? And you barely eat it all with that, or even if you do eat a lot, but you just don't eat them things still. But even more so, you don't eat a lot also. Like, I'm not gonna front, y'all. If you have like some sugar and shit, right? You have like a little like, like a cream, like cheesecake, or what, all the names they got for the different like smoothies and shit, but not just like a regular fruit one and stuff, right? That sugar is gonna have an effect on you. Like I had an effect with the sugar. It's getting off me right now, but just from me having it earlier, it damn near paralyzed me like the whole day. No lies, like that shit hit me like a bomb. And it was like instant. I knew when the breakdown was happening right when it hit me. I said, oh, I just had to try to get with the sugar real quick. Fuck was I on? Caught myself being bold. Shit shut me down, y'all. I had me a whole lay in the grass moment. I had me a whole lay in the grass moment, y'all. I said, shit. But like I said though, I gotta piss right now actually. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. In this matrix, one thing I can say to be there when he be having to jump on his song in the beginning. Nah, that's real. Cause that's how I be feeling every day. Striving for greatness. Try to make it. I was stuck in the matrix. Yeah, I'm striving for greatness. Trying to make it. I was stuck in the matrix. That's how I be feeling. I swear to God, that's how I be feeling. Like, no matter what I do, it's like I can't motherfucking escape this shit. So I be feeling that song when I be hearing it. Here you go. Yeah, I'm striving for greatness. Trying to make it. I was stuck in the matrix. Yeah, I'm striving for greatness. Trying to make it. I was stuck in the greatness. I don't want to change it up because we stuck in greatness, y'all. We raising the vibration. But yeah, no, I just wanted to tap in with y'all. Tap in. I'm going to start calling them alive tap-ins. I'm alive. I'm here still. Bro, for as he get older, it's just a confirmation of my son. I feel like my son and my mom is the only people that really care about me. Or it didn't like people that I met recently and stuff. And y'all know who y'all are. I don't gotta say no names and shit. But other than that, like I know ain't really too much people care about me. But me just saying to myself that nobody doesn't as a black man, whenever I get met with it, it helps me deal with it. But I know it's really the total opposite. It's just like that because of what the system has done to everybody's mind and what it's done to us for even how we think about ourselves. So like I know what's been done. I know what it is. I don't care what no one says. Awareness isn't for everybody. Reason why mainly is because everything will start to feel awkward because you start to see everything for how it is. You gotta keep your sanity amongst it. That's why it's not for everybody. You start looking at everything different, people different, seeing how they are, what they want to connect to. slide out this real quick. Start seeing the bullshit and everything. Hold up real quick, yo. Strive for greatness. I make it, I was stuck in the main. I'm striving for greatness. I make it, I was stuck in the matrix. Yeah, let these days go by. Hurry up and separate us. Shut down all the stuff built off of the genocide of us. It's keeping us distracted from even raising our children properly or even treating ourselves properly. Shut it all down. Take it all away. So then, us that know what it is, we're not going to still be hurting amongst the rest of us that's still capitulating, you know? That's the whole thing about it, y'all. The rest of us don't need to be hurting off the rest of the other versions of us. I'm gonna say it like that, because it really is a separation, you know. Because at this point, that's what it's looking like. It's looking like the people that know what's up, we're just like hurting and dealing. Because it's like, you ask the people that know what's up, we don't want to live like this. We want to come together. We like all the stuff that we want, the stuff that's still hooked to us or got like still got its nails in us and shit like that, right? All that shit. That's from the rest of us that's still capitulating. But it has nothing to do with us though, you know? We're just affected by it because we're still in the matrix. It's the enforcement. But we're even breaking away slowly as this shit is shutting down, so. This shit has to shut down for the people that won't end it themselves. It has to. It just needs to hurry up. Because they're just like robots. I just be seeing them. I'm just like, what the fuck? This shit don't even feel right no more. You gotta ignore them to make sure you don't go crazy. The same way they try to ignore you off of looking down on you instead of what their system was built on. You gotta reverse, they reverse. You feel me? Swear to God, that's what you gotta do. You gotta reverse, they reverse. Oh, the elevator don't want to work and shit. I'll walk up the steps. It's no problem. I need more exercise anyway. Can't get enough of it. Why not? 'Cause I come from the bottom. I'm from a place where they don't make it. Make it to the top. 'Cause I come from the bottom.